Hey guys, BrickQueen here with my thoughts on this rumored list of LEGO DC Comics collectible minifigures. We've been hearing rumors for a while that we might actually get a collectible minifigure series based on just DC, which I think sounds awesome, but now we actually have a rumored list of minifigures. And I'm hoping that since we're getting a DC one, we'll probably also get a Marvel one later. Now, this one is said to be coming out in January 2020, so we do have, just what, 3 months or so to wait. Not too terribly long at all. And this is the list of figures here. Batmite, Garrick Flash, Metamorpho, Stargirl, the Joker, Rebirth Superman, Batman First Appearance, Classic Cheetah, Teen Titans Bumblebee, 1966 Wonder Woman, Mr. Miracle, Aquaman, Teen Titans Cyborg, Simon Baz, Green Lantern, Classic Sinestro, and Huntress. I know I ran through that list really quick, but there's a reason for that. Some of the ones on this list, like obviously like Superman, Batman, like, we know some of these, but some of them may not be as familiar. I think there's two on this list that I really knew nothing about, two or three, that I really didn't know anything about, to be perfectly honest with you. And I decided to just go ahead and pull up pictures of every one of them. Batmite, I think a lot of you will probably recognize from the Lego games. That's where I know him from, for sure. And I think it's super cute that they're actually going to give us a Batmite minifigure. This is one that I actually had been wanting and hoping that they would make. So this, I think, is really cool. I know it's sort of random. It's just like this, I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's great that we're going to get Batmite. The next one on the list was Garrick Flash. Obviously, I think all of us knew who the Flash was, but I wasn't sure who Garrick was. So it seems Garrick was the first Flash. He's the one that has, this like tin hat looking kind of helmet thing. It looks a little bit strange, but I do think it's really, really fantastic that we're going to get this version of the Flash. Just to kind of have in the collection. I just like having, the different suits that they've worn and things like that. So I think this is awesome. So Metamorpho is one on the list that I know nothing about. I feel like I've heard Metamorpho before, but I don't know anything about him. So if you know anything, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Fill me in. I'd love to know more. It looks like when you transform this into a minifigure, it'll be sort of a basic minifigure. It seems like, unless they go off of that second picture, which kind of looks like he has a metamorphosized arm. I don't even know how you say that correctly, but if they go off of some of the others, he'll just have like one side of his body be one color, one side the other color kind of deal. So it may be kind of a plain figure. So I'm not super excited about that one. The next one is Stargirl. I feel like I've seen her before or heard of her somewhere, but I don't really know. I do think this one will turn into a really nice looking minifigure, just based off of the pictures that we're seeing here. And I just pulled up Google Images and looked up each one of the the people on this list just to kind of get an idea of where we're going with this this minifigure series. I think it's a fantastic idea to do one based solely on DC. I hope that they're able to do this for a lot more lines. I mentioned Marvel, but I mean, there's so many other themes that you could do just a whole minifigure series on, and it would be fantastic. So Stargirl, I think, is going to become a really nice looking minifigure. I'm hoping for like some kind of a mask with the hair. I think that'll be really awesome. And let's see, after that was, now the next one on the list is just the Joker. There are so many variations of the Joker, I have no idea which one we might be getting. Maybe it'll be one based on the most recent movie, which I did finally see the movie, and I was actually pleasantly surprised that I actually enjoyed it. I I have to admit that I did not give that movie much of a chance to begin with, and I kind of regret that because it actually turned out to be pretty good. I really enjoyed the movie, and that guy actually did pull off being the Joker pretty good, which shocked me. But as to which version of the Joker we will see in the minifigure series, I have no idea. I'm hoping for one that we haven't seen before, a totally different version. That's why I'm kind of thinking maybe one based off of that recent movie. That would be pretty cool. Or possibly one based off of the Jared Leto version. I don't know. So next up we have Rebirth Superman. We've had Superman several times, so I'm not like super excited about this. But just to kind of give you an idea, this is when I typed in Rebirth Superman, it just looks like basic Superman to me. So I don't know if there's something special about that or something different. I haven't read these comics, so I don't know. But that's what came up on Google Images. Now, Batman first appearance could be kind of interesting. Now, based on like the action figure and the Funko Pop there, it looks like they might have to do a different mold for the mask because the ears seem to be pointed out more rather than straight up. I don't know if that's a huge deal or not, but I don't know. I do think it's going to be good to get the first appearance of Batman with his little purple gloves, apparently. Although I have to say we have like 100 different versions of Batman already, so I am not super excited, although I do think it'll be cool. I can't be upset about getting a Batman minifigure. But, I mean, when you're doing a DC line, I expect you to do, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, because those are like the main three. They're the trio. So I expect to see those. And then we're getting the classic version of the Cheetah, which I think is going to be awesome. I've always liked the look of the cheetah. I know it's basically just like a lady in a cheetah costume is what it looks like, but I think it'll be awesome. I like that we're gonna get, it's gotta be one that has the ears, right? It's gonna have to be one with like the mask with the ears on it, like these action figures. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what comes out, but that's what I'm hoping. Now, Teen Titans Bumblebee, this one, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't they done her in the Lego DC Girls? Because I thought I got a set with her in it. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but regardless, that would have been a doll version. So now we're going to have a minifigure version, which is great. No complaints there. 1966 Wonder Woman. I again, I like that we're getting a classic version of Wonder Woman. I think this is going to be really nice. We have several versions of her already, but just a classic, like, 1966 version, I think is great. No complaints there. Like I said, I kind of expect it. Now, Mr. Miracle is another one of those that to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know anything about Mr. Miracle. And I call myself a fan of DC Comics, but I don't know anything about Mr. Miracle. Literally, until today, I've never heard of him. It looks like it'll turn into a semi-nice minifigure. We're definitely going to have a green cape with it, so that's something. I don't really have a lot to say about that one because I don't know anything about Mr. Miracle, other than it looks like it'll turn into a decent-looking minifigure. Now, Aquaman's another one of those. I don't know what variation we're going to get. Of course, when you type in Aquaman, it looks like every version that comes up is Jason Momoa Aquaman, which is by far my favorite. I like Jason Momoa. But there are like different versions of him. They just don't really want to show that on Google Images much. If you scroll way down, you might see a couple. But anyway, Jason Momoa is an awesome Aquaman. I don't know if they'll make that version again because they've kind of already done that. Next up, we have Teen Titans Cyborg, which I know you've all seen like 100 times. I don't know. It just says Teen Titans Cyborg, so I don't know if it's specifically Teen Titans Go or Teen Titans, because there is a difference. Teen Titans Go, when it first came out, I enjoyed, but it just became so stupid I couldn't watch it anymore. So I stopped watching that a long time ago, but the original Teen Titans was way better. So, let me see what we have after this. Let me switch through the tabs here. Okay, so we have a new version of Green Lantern, and this is one that I mean, I know who Green Lantern is, obviously, but I didn't know anything about this specific version, so I looked him up. Simon Baz, or Boz, I'm not sure which is the correct pronunciation, but I like the mask. I think this is going to be a cool looking minifigure. When this becomes Lego, it'll look really cool. Next up, Classic Sinestro. So we already have this version that's kind of the yellow suit, basically, the black and yellow. But I do think that the blue is actually more of the classic Sinestro. So I'm guessing we're going to get a blue version, or a blue and black version. Because even with that action figure right there, it says Sinestro, and it's part of the Classics collection. So with that being the blue suit, I'm assuming that's probably more along the lines of what we're going to get, is a blue and black version of Sinestro. So, cool. And I think the last one on the list is going to be really awesome, because I really like this. I like the Huntress. I think she's going to look really awesome as a minifigure. And let me adjust this right here, right now, because they've had her in the Lego games before. So, if this will load here, I'll pull up the Lego version. And yeah, here we go. So, like, they've had the Huntress before. I know some of these pictures are harder to see a little bit, but you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. Now this one right here that says it's eBay, this one looks pretty nice. I think we might see something similar to that. I'm really hoping for a mask with the hair. I don't know why, I just really like the idea of having the mask with the hair. I don't know if they'll do that or not. But anyway, those are all 16 that are going to be in the new line, or at least that is what is rumored. I have to emphasize, this is the rumor. So this may change. Maybe some of these are slightly off. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I do think this is going to be an awesome line if we get all of these. I've also heard rumors, and I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, but I've heard rumors that these are going to be like $5 a piece or $4.99 a piece, which is ridiculous. For a single minifigure pack, I think that's crazy. Now, I'm wondering if maybe to get around the action figure license, they're putting it each one maybe with like a small build. Maybe that's why, they're adding $1 to it. Maybe that's why it's going to be $5 a pack. Because right now they have like, the building set license. But it's actually a separate license to do action figures. And prior to this, at least, they didn't have the license to do that, and that's why they couldn't do these individual packs like this, because this requires an action figure license, or at least that was my understanding. But I'm thinking maybe each one will have a small build with it. Maybe that's something like what's going to happen here. At this point, I just don't know. These are rumors, but usually when we get a list like this, it's pretty set. This is probably pretty close to the real list. And I, for one, think this is going to be awesome. Can't wait till January to actually get these. And in the meantime, though, share your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.